BORTLE here at Epic Cards and Games with D, Joseph Linch. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Where he's been victorious in over 2 tournaments, 14 rounds, folks. Oh my goodness. BORTLE here in post-static. Joey actually won this tournament, so he's won 3 tournaments in a row, back to back to back. My goodness, with this same exact list. So without further ado, over 20 games, let's go. What deck, man?
Alright, we decided to play the prank strategy.
Prank strategy.
Prank him.
Nice. I heard it's one of the best decks out there.
There's a lot of best decks out there, but this deck can play a lot of hand traps and it can play with 1 card, so that's why I chose it.
Okay.
Yep.
Any shout-outs before we begin?
Big shout out to Jacob Wood. He's the prank daddy. He's the one that let me use all these cards. So, yeah. And then shout out to Campos. Shout out to BORTLE behind the camera.
Got you.
Shout out to Epic. Yeah. And shout out to Team BORTLE.
There you go. A nice map, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's begin.
All right. So for the pranks, obviously, 3 lamps, 3 drops, 3 fan, and then 3 Roxys. So I'm gonna max out on all these to increase the chances of seeing them. If you don't see a prank kid, you're gonna lose. So we play the full 15. Yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory there. And I decided to play just the 1 pranks. It's a card you never really want to draw. You can always get to it like at any point. I mean, if it gets banished, then it's whatever. But I just wanted to increase the consistency of just playable hands. Yeah, so just the 1 pranks. Some people play 2. It's fine. I don't use desires or anything. So yeah. And for the fusion spells, 3 pandemonium. You definitely want to see these to extend through like a hand trap, and this is why I also included 3 polymerization. I think this is highly necessary for this deck. You just die to an Ash Blossom going first if you don't see a fusion spell. So yeah. And if you open like 2 names that aren't like water, in poly you can make Toad your 5th summon. So you can play around Nibiru and stuff with that. Making Toad's cool with poly.
That is pretty cool.
Yep. And then the instant fusion, so superior extender for the deck. If you get nibbed and you get instant fusion, the rocket ride back out the doodle, and then you just continue your plays as if you didn't get nibbed. It's really broken for this deck. And I decided to play the one.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah.
Nice. You playing Thunder Dragons in your
Yeah, nah, just this. Butler is a Thunder. You can go into Butler with this. I like this, just the one of, because you know the Anaconda. It's mainly for like post side. Instead of ending on the bow wow, you can go into the Anaconda and send us, and you can like you can play around like Twin Twisters and stuff, and like bells if they were to side in. It's like really good post side until they're like whatever they're siding against you. So yeah, that's pretty much it about that. It's pretty cool with like I play like Droplet, so like it's good if you draw with Droplet, you can get value off your Droplet by discarding the Thunder Dragon Fusion. And these are my like hand traps that I chose. So like 3 Ashes, 3 Veiler, the 3 Imperm. Yeah. Just these are the really nice against Tri Brigade, the Veiler and Imperm. These are like the strong ones for the format, I would say. And then Droplet. Could be Bell, but Bell doesn't do enough against a lot of decks. It's not always good against every matchup. So, but Droplet is this card will win you games that you're not supposed to when you go second.
Yeah, you're extremely prepared against Tri Brigade over there.
Yeah, it's just the most popular deck. So, and then Ash just covers a lot of matchups.
I played 1 tournament.
It's pretty low impact, but it hits everything, or has applications in every matchup. So. And then also played 3 talents in the Called by the Grave. So it's a pretty hand trap heavy format, so I kind of want to give value. I can get value off of this, off the talents, pretty easy. And then Called by is just insane to stop Ash Blossom, and you know, like the bells. Bell is really strong against this deck, so.
What's the main deck count?
40 cards. 40 cards. Always 40. And then for the extra deck, you know, obviously the 3 meow. This card is why this deck is insane. It's just the Link 1 that get your plays going. The second best card, Doodle, searches the spell and trap, and then you attribute it to add back 2 from the graveyard. It's really nice. Just the one Bow Wow. You can end on this, then add back the 2 that you're missing, or whatever you're missing. Diffuse into Butler on your opponent's turn. And then it makes your monsters can't be destroyed by card effects, so they can come up against decks that can access code you and try to kill you that way. So yeah, you got the 2 Nightmares. Unicorn's really nice because you just out whatever can't be destroyed, because how this deck outs a lot of things is with Butler by destruction, and if you face something that can't be destroyed, then you Unicorn. Then access code. It's helped OTK and clear stuff. Predaplant. It's for the Thunder Dragon fusion. It's pretty nice.
And you said post-side deck, it's even nicer, right?
Yeah. Plays around a lot of the stuff like Twin Twister and Bells. And got the Toad for the 2 dropsies. You can make this. And then, yeah. Really nice. For the 3 fusions. Rocket Ride, that's how you extend with the poly and stuff like that. Weather Washer, this comes up against decks that are slower, like Eldritch or like Sky Striker or whatever. You can, instead of Butler, where you don't get very much value off of this, you can summon this and then banish your Meow to bring back a Bow Wow and Doodle, and they can't die by battle. And if you Bow Wow that turn, they can't die by card effects, so they're more than likely going to survive. And then as your follow-up, you just get a huge follow. You get a huge push on your follow-up with the 2 Link 2s or whatever. Or yeah. So and then yeah, just the Butler. Pretty nice, pretty nice.
Yes.
For the side deck, just a bunch of hand traps, because this deck is a hand trap deck, because with Roxy's you'll get extra draws, and then off Pranks at the end phase you'll get draws, so you'll see 2 extra draws during your turn most of the time. So drawing into hand traps is pretty nice. So we play 3 Lancias. This could be Nibiru, but Nibiru can conflict with. If you let's say you draw the Nibiru off the Pranks or Roxy's, then you can it can kind of conflicts with Pandemonium, because you get locked into the Pranks. So I chose Lancey instead. Kind of hits the same matchups in a way, like against Dragons and Virtual World and all that stuff.
Respecting Dryden.
Yeah. Cycle Reader for Drytrons, and then also Droll for the Drytrons. Honestly, with these cards in your side deck, you should never lose to Drytron. You just have so many hand traps that you have a very high chance of stopping them, and then we're playing Prank, so it only takes 1 card to combo. So, yep. And then just back row removal. We play these specific ones because of Anti-Spell and Imperial Order. I dropped my other Twin Twister. Yeah, we just want to out Imperial Order, Anti-Spell, and then, that's pretty much it. You can play Lightning Storm and stuff, but, they lose out to that.
Oh, so the main reason behind they're not using Fire Dust or Lightning Storm is the anti-spell, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Were there any favorable matchups during these 2 days, these 2 tournaments?
Unfavorable, yes. I only lost to 1 person during these 2 tournaments. It was Creighton Pre, the Alter Guy strategy. He's the prodigy with that deck, apparently.
Yeah, traps are nice.
It's a very hard matchup. It can be really rough. But yeah.
Well, congrats on winning 2 back-to-back tournaments right there, OTS.
Yeah.
BORTLE here again. Do you miss IRL events? Well, guess what? PPG's hosting IRL events, and this weekend, join the extravaganza at Otakon 2021 at the Washington Convention Center. And if you miss this event, don't worry. There's going to be future IRL events and also remote duel events too, especially the 5K Invitational event happening later. So please check out the description down below. Use my link to get more information and sign up today. Oh God, yes. And if you're not a part of BORTLE Nation, sub for BORTLE. It's that easy and it's free. BORTLE out.